Whoa! Bob Saget. I don't know why, but I've decided to just start talking. This stuff is a gloss clear coat that dries very fast. I'm gonna build it up a bit, probably put 5 coats on this. I wanna start on a smooth surface. Starting with white, wicked white. That was just silver on the belly and on the top. A thin coat. That way when on the belly you start putting like lighter details in, it has a darker back and you can see the scales a little better. And it might not seem right, but I'm kind of seeing some flesh tone on the top of that shad in that picture. That's not screaming shad or anything, but let me show you the picture. You see on the top, between the dark spots, it's like kind of fleshy. I don't know, maybe that was a mistake, who knows? You can fix mistakes, it's fine. Laid this shindig down on a paper towel because I'm about to go at it with some detail. I need to figure out what color though. It's like a bluish green, but more blue. Gotta figure out where I'm going. Whew, just about had a heart attack. Almost screwed it up. That was a very, very difficult stripe to do, but I think that looks pretty cool. Other side, need to make other side look just as cool. Oh! Okay, we can work with it. Dang it. You guys see that? I just screwed up big time. I released while still on the bait, the trigger. Okay, it really doesn't look too bad when you put the full intensity of the blue stripe on that side. Like, it's harder to notice and it'll get drowned out in scales and other details. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see the stripe that I was going for with that, but yeah, just trust me. Just sit back and enjoy the picture show. We ain't done yet. They got yellow on them too, not just that bluish, greenish color. Yeah, that's that. That's the color. Okay, I gave it a little more. And I made it all splotchy and random. Because that'll just give me the area to put the yellow later. After the scales are on, I think I'm gonna have to come back with that and make that more defined. I know, it looks like nothing, but I think it's ready for its first clear coat. Never mind, it definitely needed some black on the top. That actually looks quite a bit better. Okay, clear coat. Oh man. New stencil. So I'm just gonna work on the bottom here. So my idea with this stencil is that I can keep like heat deforming it until it's just not really that usable, and then just get another one. They're like 12 bucks each. I don't know how many uses I can get out of it, but this might be kind of an expensive way to do this, but I think that's gonna make for some very, very clean scales. Yeah, hopefully I don't just get one use out of this. That would be, you know, well, you live and you learn. I don't care. See how this looks? I have extremely high hopes here. I mean, it looks all right. I might be able to do more to this, hopefully. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side though. It's working though, the heat setting it and changing its shape and stuff multiple times. Definitely a bit more difficult the second time around though. That's really not a bad start. If I just planned on it not being as done as I wanted it to be at this point, that's not a bad start. We can go from there. It'll look good. That's looking pretty sweet. I'm gonna do the same thing on that little yellow lateral line with some Wicked Oxide Red. A lot lighter though, a little bit more random, not just spots. Much waterier. Waterier. Another clear coat. Let's layer it up, give this bait some depth. Fantastic start for the gills. I'm gonna get a fin on it too. Why the heck not? I have an idea. This is just a finely tapered little sliver. I'm gonna try to hold the tip of that sliver almost in the same spot and move this up and down and spray black and make it not so pretty. Is that gonna look bad? Let's just see. And if it does, oh well. That's turning out good. 1 second here. And if I sound a little out of it right now, it's because I've been recovering from a stomach bug for the past few days. Fun. Should probably put like a dark spot at the front of the fin, and ultra realism has been achieved. Will be achieved. Let me turn my compressor on. I gotta get rid of that black line a little bit more, but 1 sec. There. Next step. Detail. Raw umber. With some of this stuff. I'm gonna go for some of this action here. I need to give this gill stuff texture. Boy, I'm talking real good today. Yeah, that ain't bad. Needs more, but that's not bad. I really trusted that one. Whew, and it didn't let me down. I decided to be a good bait maker and redo that fin. Weird, because that was the second fin. Like the first time I did that was the second time I was doing this style, and it was worse. Usually it's the other way around, as you know. This is going better. Much better. I almost just want to leave it like that. Yeah, and give it its little dot. I have a feeling that what's going to be the next thing involves a paintbrush. Talking really weird today, I'm sorry. We're gonna get this paintbrush up in those gills with different colors, shiny ones, probably gold, blue. It took a long time for me to think of. And it's easy to follow the pattern that mesh stuff put down. You just choose a color to guide your brush along, and it makes like a honeycomb. It's not really honeycomb, it's just really random, but it makes a good random pattern. See the gold, but it's random. I'm gonna do that with more colors. Blue. Texture, man. It's looking good. What else? So ThreadFin shads have this weird white thing around their shad dot, so let's paint that. I suppose it's not a thing, it's just like white color around the dot. Not satisfied, it needs more. I'm satisfied now. So hopefully that doesn't look like garbage. I'm gonna have to do that shad dot nicely. Made that gill really look like it doesn't belong anymore. Maybe the shad dot will bring it all back together. What am I talking about? It belongs. Now the decision is to use the stencil or don't use the stencil while I paint the shad dot. I didn't hit record and I painted that, and I decided not to use a stencil, and I was all like, I got skills, I don't need no stencil. Now I can display my skills. But yeah, I wanted a shad dot that kind of hugged to the gill plate. I think that achieved that. Spiffy. Yeah, man, I think it might be time for eyes. Last thing. The color of this fin's just a little bit off. Or it had no color at all. I'm adding the color. That's better. Okay, paint's done. Let's put the eye on this thing. Okay, I don't have the perfect pair of, I believe, 10mm eyes. That's what I need. My first selection was this. And this is not what we're going with. But it's not too bad, but that's just kind of off. Then I tried this, and that was just completely off. This one, it's almost like it's a shad eye, but it got injured. There's yellow in there, or gold, and then the magenta. Yeah, that is the eye that needed. Boom. Absolute beauty. Need to put this on Instagram. It's immediately the first thing you think of. Oh. Water's not as bad as I thought it would be. And it's up just a bit. Look at that snake. It's up just a, oh, there's another one. Look at this guy. There's just snakes everywhere down here. What are you doing? You're not very aggressive, are you? Man, what a gorgeous bait. I just couldn't stop taking pictures of it. Okay. I forgot how good the action is on this thing. It's a lot of bait wobbling around too. Oh, I just had a pike roll on it. You guys see that? Totally missed. Like way, way off of my lure, but like you could tell he went for my lure. Okay, folks. I know, it's the river. You think I'm gonna snag it. There's just this one little spot here. I wanna drag this lure by. I won't get a snag. it floats anyway, so I know I've lost lures that float before, but it floats. There's one. Oh, he threw it. That was a pike. Dang it. He threw it so easily. I can't believe that. That was a good pike. He just chucked my lure across the river. That butthead. So my last attempt to catch a fish with this bait will be large marge. We're just gonna try to catch a pond bass. Therefore, I do not need a leader. Good, I hate leaders. I always feel like they're scaring my fish away. For the amount of abuse I've put this bait through, it's looking pretty good. Those kids just get better and better on those bikes. I'd say chances are pretty high we'll get a bass to hit this. Ah, got one. It's official. That was, I don't know if you guys saw it, but that was the weirdest way I've ever caught a bass, because I just let my lure sit there and then he actually came up and just bit the middle treble hook and I let him take it. I didn't even set the hook and I just pulled him out of the water. That's not official. That's just a weird thing that happened. Let's make it actually official. Maybe that means that they want it very slow though. Okay, I promise that this is the last place that I'm going to attempt to fish with this thing and catch a fish. This is the last place we're fishing, fellas. I'm gonna dingle dangle this thing towards the surface. Very clear water here, so I need to bring something up to hit it. There we go, fish on. Sweet, man. We got a bass to bite this. I don't think it's very small. Yeah, that's not big, never mind. I mean, that was a legit catch. It's official now. Bass Lake ThreadFin Shad CrankBaits. I guess that's all that is. It's not very special, not making anything all that special official, but be free. That feels pretty good. All I need now is a 5-pounder. Sweet baby Jesus. Where did those swans' heads go? Oh, those are some serious water ostriches right there. Huh. Oh, we got another, fellas. It's got to be a very slow retrieve. Oh, he's feisty. Feisty fella. Oop. Popped himself off for me. That's a pretty small bass for that bait. That's pretty good. Be free. These two don't even care. Oh, they're eating stuff off the bottom. Wow. Just hunting around. I didn't know swans did that. I didn't know anything about swans. Dude, swan lure
And then fun facts on swans. You're gonna get tangled, dude. I'm fishing with some serious treble hooks right now. Okay, dude, you don't have to do that in front of me. Dude, that's gotta be a miserable diet. Just eating stuff off of the bottom of a pond. Boom. I got one right in the aerator. This one feels a lot better. I'm trying to keep them pinned, keep them down. Keep the pressure, not too much. Oh yeah, you're a better bass, dude. You're a much better bass. Okay, this is gonna be my PB for the year. Let's not lose it. I really wish I had my scale. This bass is no joke. Oh, I don't have a scale with me. What a shame. That makes not catching a fish with this bait for a long time worth it. Ooh, I'm kind of shaky. I don't know how big this bass is, but that's not small. What a beast. It's official, big bass. Like ThreadFin Shad CrankBaits. That was right in the bubbler too. Right in the middle of the bubbles. Oh good, I'm recording.
Old Large Marge was fooled that day. So it's like 3 days later and I've lost the bait and I don't even have video of it. And what ended up happening is I went to a spillway, and with this bait I was intentionally casting it in places where I knew I was not going to get a snag, but just so happens there was a snag in one of those spots, and it was a big wad of line. You could tell because it was like you'd yank on it and like ding, bup, bup, ding, 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 and it was just a big mess of line it got caught in and I broke off. I don't get mad about it anymore. Completely numb. I have grown an extremely thick skin to losing lures that I take hours of my life to make. Just make another and go fish. So that's what I'll be doing. Here's a sneak peek. You get a sneak peek of this one now. The next bait. That's intense, isn't it? I'll crank that one out as fast as I can. Video's over. On to the next bait.
Dude, swan lure.
That's looking pretty sweet. Texture, man. That's turning out good.
Oh, we got another. Boom. Ah,
put this on Instagram.